Cynthia and Richard Garrett, and I was sitting in bed at about 1 in the morning last night, journal writing and just reflecting on Manya. And my earliest recollection is being held by my father and being in Cambridge, and I just remember cobblestones, and then we were going to be meeting Manya. I think maybe it was the first time I met him, and he just had such a warm, friendly face and a dark beard, and that was my first memory of Manya. And then I was reflecting on, I realized I felt very moved by this whole situation because Manya and Gladys and Jojo and Sally are a place in my childhood where I was so happy. And it was such a safe and wonderful place. And I'm hearing Nikhil talk about not dwelling on the past, so not dwelling on the past, but I'm remembering just the warmth of going to the reggae's parties, New Year's, Christmas, and other, and just how beautiful the environment was and how safe. And then, yes, hearing, going to bed as a little girl on, say, New Year's Eve when the grown-ups were all downstairs, Jean and Vince, where's Vince, and Manya and Gladys, and we'd have some neighbors, and we'd have different friends, and going to sleep and hearing them, and then waking up sometime at 3 or 4 and hearing Manya say, Richard, but Richard. Like many years, year after year, it seems. And just, I guess I was just thinking about how Manya and Gladys were, it's just the memory of them, I was thinking it's almost like a fairy tale. It's almost like going back many, many, many years of this warm and safe place. And that's all I can say. It was just so cheerful and warm, and I'm just so thankful for Manya and his spirit. So thank you.
I'm Martin Mobst. I'm not a relative. Connected indirectly because Nikhil and our son went through quite a few of their schooling together. When I think of Manya, I see big glasses, small eyes. But then you think about those eyes, because there's always a twinkle. And that twinkle is absolutely timeless and gorgeous. It bespeaks of a person who is always in the moment, is always analyzing the moment, and is always able to grasp something positive and warm from that moment. Mind you, he's quite critical about the world, and he has quite strong opinions about the world. But the result of it is always lasting, because you will always think about those twinkling eyes being always present and always analytical and always really enjoying the world around him. Thank you.
just was really happy that Manya was in my life. And I have two things that I've been thinking about lately. And one was how Manya lost the ability to go up and down and do a lot of different things. So Jojo wanted to set up an art center in the main floor, but the fumes from the oil paint were going to be problematic. So it didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, Manya started painting with watercolors. And he didn't need the problem anymore. And anyways, 2 nights ago, I had this dream because Manya painted this series of flowers that he had gotten a bouquet of. And I dreamed that the family gave me the purple picture. And it was just like, wow, they gave me the purple picture that Manya painted. And I just felt so, that's the end. That's all I need. Just the purple picture. And I can't remember. Oh, the other thing was the pear tree. Manya has a beautiful pear tree in the back, but in the last few years he hasn't been able to prune it properly. But it still would give 1,000 pears every year. And Murray and I started the pruning process last year. And he was just so thankful and was just so happy. And I just loved to get the pears. And every time I opened up a jar of pears, I thought of Manya. So that's it.
There they are.
It's true.
I realized we're supposed to be all organized and have, there's all that sparkling cider, supposed to be having toast, and there's all these glasses. Yeah, I just completely forgot about all of that. But maybe we should do that, and if anyone wants to say anything, but we'll be occupied and there won't be an awkward silence. Unfortunately with me, I've had the bad habit from childhood is if there's a silence, I'm desperate to fill it. I've been really good at it.
Does anyone have a bottle opener?
Do we need one for these?
Yeah.
Oh, probably one in the church.
Yay.
Yeah. One to do the first.